Okay, let's get back on it. Let's get back into the game now. Yeah, so let's just get rid of these men here. Like I said, I like to weaken them before, you know, attacking them and stuff. Makes my job a little easier. Usually you can see enemies. Well, obviously you can see the if you've noticed so far, there's these little red dots or squares or whatever on the map, and those represent enemy units, so you can tell where they are, which is handy because if you were doing this in real life, you wouldn't be able to tell where enemies were until you actually got to them. So you can actually use strategies and actually go down different routes to avoid enemies in this way. Yeah, and also the camps that have got the arrow on there, as you can see when they're one of the camps, they will be coloured according to who is currently taken over or in charge of them. At the moment, as you can see, it's red, which represents the enemies, and obviously once you've captured the camp it turns blue, which means that it's now under French occupation, but at the moment it's under English occupation. We have to take the English soldiers out, which is what we're doing. If you notice there, once I'd finished firing the arrows, the cursor went red, and that is because I ran out of arrows. You can buy arrows from the shops, and
come on, there's a country to be saved.
Stuff like that. There's another amulet. You keep getting those throughout the game, and there'll be different levels, level 1, level 2, stuff like that, and when you get more playable characters you can add the amulets to the playable characters, because otherwise you'll have too many of them, and I think each character can only have about 4 of them on themselves each time, so you can pretty much swap and change different ones, and for different levels, like you can start off with level 1 amulets and change them for a level 2, and then put the level 1 amulet on another playable character's inventory. Yeah, I think I was too late there. I got too close to the enemy units to do a bit of archery, so just had to run away a bit and destroy them. You want to make sure that Joan eventually has a lot of leadership skills. You can level that up using obviously points once you've gained a level, and you want to do that because the more leadership skills a character has, the more units they can command and things. When they've when later on in the game you can actually hire units out. It'll cost you money, obviously. Nothing's free, even in the game world. But it is worth it because you'll need men, even though you're still heavily outnumbered in this game. You will need some units of men to back up, and you can actually choose different types of men. Like, so you could have archers, or you can have knights, or pole men, mace men, and they all have or infantry, which are the weakest. I think the infantry men are the only ones we've seen, and obviously an archer. In mission 1 there's an archer and an infantryman who had the letter that we had to give at the gates of Orleans. Yeah, so we can hire those out. But the units that can take more, like the archers and infantrymen, are the weakest units, and that's followed by the macemen and polemen, who are in the middle, and then the knights, who are the toughest units you can hire. And obviously the tougher a unit is, the more expensive they are to hire. So it's yeah, as well as hiring out units, you've actually got to be careful of not wasting money, because units cost money. So you've got to be careful what you are going to spend your money on, obviously, because in this game you don't get an awful lot of money, and you need to use it wisely, because money's got to be spent on food provisions, armor, weapons and stuff, and you'll need a lot of food provisions just to get the playable characters to actually stay alive, because in some instances, in some missions, part of the mission will be that one of the objectives of the mission is probably going to be something like keep so and so alive. So say if they the mission says keep the Duke of Alencar alive, then if he dies in that mission, you've actually lost the whole mission, which is annoying, because you have to start all over again or from your saved game. And if you only had the game auto saves at the beginning of each mission, but doesn't save anywhere else. So if you haven't saved within somewhere within the mission, then you are going to lose, because you'll have to start all over again, which I don't like doing, and that's why I save a lot. And also because I've said to you before, there's a difference of seconds sometimes in this game. Sometimes seconds is the difference between winning and losing a mission. So when things are going well, especially with boss fights and stuff, it's best to save, because it could just easily go the other way. So save at the good bits and then reload if it all goes horribly wrong. So yeah, plenty of food provisions, that's what you want. Before buying or upgrading weapons and armory, even to an extent getting units, you're best just getting food provisions.